Hello and welcome to Rooted in Courage. I'm Erin and I'm so glad that you're here. For today's energy session, we are going to be focusing on surrendering to what is, in terms of what is kind of going on within you, what's happening in your inner terrain, like what guests are here, whether it be loneliness or peace or joy or sadness. Meeting what is, surrendering to what is, so that we may acknowledge that we are listening to ourselves, to our bodies. You can use this as simply an ASMR video if you choose, but I will be sending Reiki healing energy your way. I'm a Reiki practitioner, so yeah, feel free to use this video to relax and to connect with your heart on behalf of your highest and greatest good. So first off, I'm going to light our candle. I have a Himalayan candle, or Himalayan salt candle holder. And just a regular tea light. So taking this flame and setting our intention, beginning to tune into your breath as well, tune into your physical body, even begin to tune into the temperature of the room that you're in, and begin to deepen and lengthen your breaths. So on behalf of my and yours and everyone in the YouTube community's highest and greatest good, in perfect comfort, alignment, empowerment, and peace, I wish to conduct this by proxy distance Reiki healing session in order to help you meet your inner terrain with this sense of surrender, the sense of knowing that this too shall pass, this deep honoring of yourself and your inner terrain, and finding a shared sense of community in that as well, knowing that what you are experiencing is not separate from what others are feeling and experiencing, and taking solace in that. Let's take a few deep breaths in here together, inhaling and exhaling, sighing it out maybe twice more like that, inhaling and exhaling. Once more, inhaling and exhaling, dropping your shoulders. As I closed my eyes, I saw the raccoon animal guide. So I want to bring that card out and see what messages are here. I know the raccoon, just off the top of my head, is this sort of shadowy figure. I believe it's associated with the inner artist, the inner creative that you're maybe worried about showing. I'm just going to read this card intuitively here. And it will be the guide for our session. I'm so honored that animals come up during these sessions. I just feel so honored that they would trust me with their magical wisdom and advice. So neat. Okay. So this is the raccoon. Definitely mirroring those shadowy parts of us. The parts that we feel like we can't show to others, or we feel ashamed of showing to others. It's interesting that the eyes are sort of darkened here. And maybe this sort of like shift in a new lens is coming through for you, like how you see yourself versus how the world sees you and how you are presenting in the world. But this time of like deep introspection feels really needed. And knowing you have your protective like tail to cover you as well. Let's see. Yeah, also this message of like deep listening to what's there. Like not just skirting around the outskirts or walking around the outskirts of your inner terrain, but like seeing with like wide eyes, seeing like with that kind of night vision all that is there and not being afraid of it, not turning away, kind of that like one person's trash is another person's treasure sort of thing. Like, not saying your inner terrain is trash, but like that idea of like seeing value in all of it. Okay. Also, this energy of like communication, especially towards yourself first. Like if you don't declare what it is you really want, there's no way for others to like meet you there. So really being clear in communication. So we'll do some throat chakra work as well. I'm just going to begin here by lighting some incense. This is, I forget actually, frankincense, patchouli. Just going to let this sacred smoke swirl around you and clear away anything from the day that you're ready to let go of. Continuing to breathe, continuing to sink further into the surface that you're lying on. You are worthy of the daylight. You are worthy of the sunshine and your dark parts, right? Your shadowy parts of you that you've maybe been working on. I assume a lot of people who watch this are into like working on themselves or like self-care and or self-exploration in terms of like spirituality and things. So just know you're not loved in spite of those things. You're loved in, do you know what I'm saying? Like those things aren't parts of you to just be like thrown away. The parts of you that you feel like are too much or too broken. Continue to let the sacred smoke clear away anything that you're ready to let go of, any of those really harsh judgments of ourselves. I'm going to draw the Reiki symbols over you now. And letting the smoke continue to fill the space around you. Going to hold this amethyst crystal, sending Reiki just to your entire auric field, emotional body especially. And I'm also going to read one of my poems as I do this, kind of infusing each word with Reiki as they float to you out into the ether. So this is my book of poetry, Let the Water Run Clear. I love to use it during Reiki sessions. Poetry is such, and words just have such a beautiful resonance and an aliveness to them. So in my right hand, holding this amethyst crystal, sending it to you and your emotional body, and reading these words, letting them float to you like magic glitter in the air, kind of softening any parts of you that feel very hardened by judgment. I am not the worst thing I've said about myself. I am not the shame or the anxiety or the hum of loneliness that steals the joy from my chest. I am not the fear that sweeps this house clean, the unworthiness that flosses its teeth with me. I am not the anger or the ache of nightfall. I am not the depression, the panic, or the pain. I am not my history, not the sting or the hopelessness, not the dread or the silence. I am not what lives inside me that wishes I would stop telling stories. I am not what tries to protect my shame. I am not what tries to protect my shame. I am not what tells me I am unlovable, selfish, a burden too big for anyone to bear, a record too broken to play. I am the song, honest, raw, vibrating up to the balcony of my throat, rushing to welcome home that first sacred note, arms wide open, echoing back to you. Continuing to send Reiki to your emotional body. I'm feeling some tingling in your left hand here. Really allowing the fingertips to release what they are ready to release. And then calling in this warmth, this community, this shared humanity that you might be craving, or just the camaraderie between, or I don't know if that's the right word, but the shared knowledge between you and your inner world, that all of this is part of being human, all of this is okay. I'm going to take some of this, it's called Heart-Centered Connection from Bridget Rose Apothecary. It smells like lavender and spearmint or peppermint. It's also purple, so this very amethyst-y vibe. Placing a few drops on my fingertips. I'm going to really work this in through your entire energetic body, but really around the throat, just sending in this vibrant, authentic voice, your true voice, kind of clearing away that fearful side, making room, making space for your authentic self. Allowing that energy to flow down through the third eye, from the crown to the third eye to the throat, filling the heart space with this warm light. Even asking yourself, how am I feeling today? How is my inner world feeling? And then just tell yourself, I hear you. I see you. I'm listening. It's okay to feel like that. It's okay to feel like that. Heading down to the solar plexus chakra, taking citrine and placing it over your solar plexus. allowing the citrine to call forth more of your embodied authenticity in relation to how you relate to your inner world, your inner body. Like not just the mind, but how things feel in your inner terrain, like how things feel, if things feel cluttered or dense or spacious or warm or cold. Just more of the courage and the confidence to say, I see you. I know that I am not these things. These things are simply visiting. And I surrender to them. I acknowledge them. I do not resist them. I begin to understand them from a physical body level. Taking a deep, full inhale here, really filling up the belly. And as you exhale, seeing if you can relax your muscles even more here. Going to place my hands over your stomach area here, not touching you. Encouraging this flow of energy down through your sacral chakra and your root. Placing one hand hovering above your crown chakra and then the other pointing to the ground, really balancing this earthly energy and this cosmic energy here. I'm also seeing a peacock here, showing your true colors, embracing your true colors, being seen, allowing yourself to be seen, to take up space, and sending so much love to the places where these wounds are still healing, where maybe you felt or you showed yourself and were faced with a reaction that wasn't what you wanted. Rejection that kind of armors the heart. I'm going to play the Koshi bell now, kind of softening the energy around the heart, knowing you don't have to drop any of this armor. Just allowing yourself to maybe dance with the possibility of softening around it, seeing things with a new lens, perhaps. Just being gentle with yourself as well. You are doing the best you can, and you're doing a great job. And I'm proud of you. taking a moment to maybe place your hands over your heart and just give yourself gratitude for creating this time for you. This time to turn inward. This time to nurture yourself and turn towards yourself. That is so brave and beautiful. So finally here, I'm going to fluff up your auric field, the space around you, almost like a pillow so that it is cozy and loving. Also encouraging to drink more water if you can. Kind of flushing out any of that old stuff. And even setting the intention to, with each drink of water, like tapping more and more into your authentic voice and into your authenticity. You are so powerful. You are such a force of love, and your unique perspective, your unique vision is so needed, and I'm grateful for our time together. So I will leave you there, my friend, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Much, much love and many blessings, and take care.